I put a little extra whiskey in it.
Nice. All right. Video's going, and now audio's going in 3, 2, 1.
Just drop that ass, bitch. It's open micers in the house. Pop that pussy with that open micers logo in your mouth. Jason with his bald ass head. Jacob looking in bed. It's open micers, bitch. Heard what I said. Drop that ass. Open micers in the house. Drop that ass, pop that pussy. Open micers in the house. Open micers in the house. Open micers is a mouse. Drop that ass, pop that pussy. Open micers in the house. The mic is now open.
That's right. The mic is now open. My name is Jason Robbins, and joining me is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Forehead.
Hey, dude. Hey. First of all, at least I can grow the materials to cover this up if I want to. Okay? If you have a giant pimple on your forehead, you're just fucked, dude. You have to wear makeup like a girl. Okay? That's what you have to do to cover up your
Jacob,
forehead.
with your forehead so bright, won't you guide my podcast tonight?
I think I will, Jason. I think I will guide this podcast tonight. Since you made me an offer I can't refuse. Dude, I'm happy we got this guy on because this is actually going to be the last guest that we interview for the entire year. And we're going out in style because we're having on somebody that hardcore listeners of this podcast know. If you've been listening to this podcast a long time, you should know this man because this is the 4th time he's been on this podcast.
4? Good Lord.
I know, dude.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, man. And look where I'm at now, doing the same thing.
Yeah, just getting high and fucking
being on this show has garnered you tens of dollars, sir. Admit it.
Oh man, so many. Yeah, so many people come up to me and are like, "Dude, that Open Micers podcast was so solid."
I bet they have, dude. I mean, the entire town of Star, Mississippi has listened to this podcast. But let me introduce.
You guys just can't see the text Jacob sent me where I had to say that or he would murder me.
Yeah, I will fucking kill you, dude. I'm drinking eggnog. It's going to be a rowdy one tonight, boys. But we have on somebody who, since his last appearance, has been a bucket pull on Kill Tony and managed to win a big joke book because his interview was so fantastic that Tony Hinchcliffe gave him a big joke book. He has trekked the country in a bus, going to Austin, Texas, Phoenix, Arizona, performing at JP's Comedy Club, just fucking getting the hours in, dude. And he's a guy that I am proud to call my friend. I'm proud to say that I have been an instrumental factor in this man's comedy career so far, and that he would have gotten nowhere without me. It's the one and only Duncan Stonestreet. What's up, dude?
What's up, bro?
It's good to have you back on, man. I'm glad that we're ending the year with a dude that we just want to fucking chop it up and hang out.
Yeah, let's hang out, man. I miss you guys.
Out.
I don't get to see y'all a lot anymore.
Yeah, I know, dude. We're homebodies.
Yeah. Well, same. I'm trekking all up and down everywhere, working now. So.
Yeah, dude. I don't even know where you are.
Well, sometimes I'll be staying at my girlfriend's house, and then. Sometimes I'll be staying at my dad's house, and then sometimes I'll stay at my brother's house, and then, just wherever's handy at the time.
That's all. Where do you get mail at?
Still to my home up in Star.
How often are you in Star, Mississippi?
Well, I got to go there I went for Thanksgiving, and I got to go for Christmas.
I thought you just said I'm waiting for Thanksgiving. I'm like, you missed it, brother.
Dude, how long have you been asleep?
No, man. I don't know. I really just kind of scatter mail through everybody's house, because it's like a treasure hunt, like geocaching. Like you pull up to whoever's house and they're like, "Oh, hey, by the way, this is here," and you're like, "Oh, I am important to somebody. I got mail."
Yeah, I've been expecting that bill.
Or it's mostly like a credit card, and I'm like, dude, I didn't have a debit card for like the last couple of months. Mine got ate by a machine.
What?
How does that happen?
At an ATM, if you leave it in the ATM after so long, it'll just eat your card like a monster.
What?
Wait, like one of the ticket machines at Chuck E. Cheese?
Yeah,
It
yeah.
just fucking munches it up.
That's a real thing. It's a real thing. So your stuff don't get stolen.
Who would be trying to? Okay, listen.
You know, there's some creeps out there, man.
Yeah, dude, we're talking to one of them right now.
What? Oh man, come on.
Yeah.
No.
Dude,
Oh, go ahead.
no, I don't know. I would fucking. It definitely sounds like one of the. You remember the ticket machines at Chuck E. Cheese when we were kids?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just put a line of tickets in it and just munches them up, and you're like, oh, nom 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 nom.
Yeah, yeah. But I didn't know they would do that because I went back. I thought it would like spit it out on the ground. So I like went back to the bank after I realized I forgot it because I hadn't had a job in a while. So it was the first time I had money. So I was excited to put it in the ATM, and I was so excited that after I put it in the ATM, I forgot to grab my card, and I rode off without my card. And so I was like, oh man, I should go back and look for that. And then it wasn't anywhere in sight. And then I was like, oh my God.
So why didn't you just get a new debit card?
I did. That's what I'm saying.
But you said you didn't have it for the last couple months.
Yeah, I just got a new one.
Why did it take? No, you understand that getting a debit card is a process of like however long it takes at the bank, and you pay like $5 for a new debit card.
No, I just walked up in there and said, hey, my card got ate by the machine. Can I have a new one? She was like, yeah, here you go. And she gave it to me right there. What bank do you use? Why is your bank so complicated?
Wait, but you said that it's taken. Dude, how high are you right now?
No.
Am I the asshole? Am I not making sense?
I think you're both pretty
the
high,
one
honestly.
or drinking eggnog.
You said it took months before you got a new debit card.
Yeah, that's just because I was lazy and just didn't want to go up there and get one.
Oh, so you just didn't go to the bank?
Yeah, he just didn't go to the bank because he didn't have any money.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It took a while to get that first check from my new job. And then I was like, I kind of like just having cash. This is nice. I hadn't done that in a while.
So you, at your new job, you're just like, for fucking direct deposit, just cash it out.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm like, look, just empty the drawer into my pocket and we'll call it even.
Dude, we do very different jobs.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, I'm bar backing and bartending and serving and stuff now. So it's like way different. It's way different than working in a kitchen. Because you gotta be like fake. You gotta be fake nice to people. You like in the kitchen you can say whatever you want, but upstairs you gotta like be fake nice to people. And I don't like that. I don't like it at all.
Yeah, but you're a nice guy. Like you're a genuine, like generally, palatable guy.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. We kind of do the same job. I mean, you work with special needs children. I work with drunk people. It's like kind of the same.
Yeah, the similarities are definitely there.
You think so? What what would be the like
pissing themselves?
They talk funny.
They talk really loud.
Yes, that is yeah.
They pee their pants.
Yeah, one of them. Do y'all ever get those? Do any of those kids ever get in trouble with drugs?
No. If I would be like genuinely impressed if they did. Like I would be so impressed if they got in trouble with drugs.
You don't know if there's any like Jared Nathan's out there early on.
No, dude. Like the kids that I deal with, they like can't talk.
Oh,
so like conducting a drug deal when you can't speak words is a little difficult.
That would be impressive.
That's what I'm saying, dude. I would be genuinely like, I wouldn't even be mad.
You walk into class like there's this kid in there just like doing rails on the freaking school desk. I'm like, geez.
Yeah. And if you think about it, it'd be the best kid to send in to do a drug deal because if anybody's wearing a wire, they're not going to know who's who.
Don't give Jacob any ideas, man.
Dude, I think I found a new line of work. I'm going to 21 Jump Street at my school now.
There you go, man. That's it.
Dude, I'm gonna clean up the streets.
Dude, I think we just had a pretty good script idea, like 21 Jump Street, but in a school for special needs kids.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, we need to bring back movies like that, like The Ranger. You remember how good that movie was with Johnny Knoxville?
Oh my God, that movie. That would never get made now.
Dude,
Ever.
but it not just incredibly even the people who were like the special needs characters or whatever, they were great in it. They were so funny. I was like, why can't what's stopping us from doing something like that now?
So here, let me let you in on an industry secret. So if you film one of them for long enough, they will do something funny. So it's honestly just a waiting game. Like, how long are you willing to film them?
Well, that's what we do here on this show for you. I mean, eventually you're going to do something funny.
This is my Make-A-Wish. I just have the worst wish.
How many years have y'all been doing this?
Like 4 years. We're going into year 5 of this.
There we go.
Dude.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Eventually.
We've been doing this long enough to have you on once a year.
Literally.
That's insane.
And I think I took a gap year. I think I came on twice in like 1 year.
Yeah, dude, you came on the first time and like your episode did so well that we like immediately had you back on trying to do it again. And then no one listened to that one. Your first episode did better numbers than our Sean Patton episode did.
That's insane.
Yeah, that's the only metric we had to measure it by at that time. Was we had Sean Patton and then we had you, and then your episode did way better numbers. And we're like, what the fuck are we doing wrong?
Yeah.
It's probably like my grandma trying to rewatch the fucking thing over and over again, but not figuring it out.
Right. Duncan just watched his own episode 123 times.
Dude, no, man, to be honest, I really just don't watch a lot of stuff no more. Like I'm mostly just watching like old movies and old TV shows and stuff. That's all.
Like what? Like what's one of your favorites right now?
Oh, dude, I've been on a John Candy kick right now. Yeah, like I love John Candy movies. I don't think he had like a bad movie ever in my mind, and I could be wrong, but like Uncle Buck, I was just watching Uncle Buck. It's always great. Summer Rental, my dad made me watch.
I love Summer Rental. That's probably my favorite John Candy movie. Well, that and Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Those are my two favorite.
When they start dumping the fruit, he's like, "Oh yeah, the pirate nuggets or whatever, the frozen ship meals." He's like, "Oh yeah, we thought we were gonna have a celebration snack." He's like, "No, you idiot!" Like it's so stupid, but it's so funny. It was so funny.
I love that movie.
And then like Spaceballs always.
Yeah.
Spaceballs is of course like magic. It's the perfect movie for that style.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. John Candy's the fucking best, dude. I look like fucking John Can't Have Candy.
You are John Can't Have Candy.
That's me, dude. I'm John Can't Have Candy. Fucking look, you guys need to pick up the slack. The fact that I can come up for better roast jokes with myself than any comic on the Gulf Coast right now, dude. Roast battle me. Someone roast battle me. I'll fucking put you all in a body bag.
It ain't me, dude. I can't do it.
I know you don't have the energy for roast battling,
man. Well, no. So look, they do that. In Austin, they do that banana phone mic. It's a mic at the Creek in the Cave, and I somehow got on it. And it's like you just do a minute of stand up, and then just 9 people just sit there and just roast you all, like the whole, like one after the other. The crowd can shout out and roast. They yell, hey Duncan, like whatever your name is. They say, hey blah blah blah, and then they just say the most craziest stuff. It's wild, and then you just have to either zing them back or like just giggle and take it. And that's what I did the whole time. I was just like, oh, that's hilarious.
So basically what it is just performing at the juke joint every Tuesday night.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
That's normal bar, like open mic.
I don't know. These dudes were like, they're like, everything you own is in your pockets. I can see your like butthole through the front. Like your shorts are so tight. Why are your ankles hanging out? Like, I'm like, oh my God, what is happening right now?
Yeah,
it was insane. And I just like, but at the end they were like, oh, you seem like a cool guy though.
That's the thing about you, dude. That's what That's your thing. It's like you're just a good guy. Like that's what got you a big joke book on Kill Tony, just being a fucking dude. Just being a
Yeah.
cool dude.
Yeah, if I could go back, I would change my minute. I was like, the only reason I did that one is because I had just been practicing out on the road, and I was like, I guess this is what I'm going out with because I wasn't even expecting like to even get on because there was so many freaking people there, dude. Like you
Yeah.
don't like you. It really is like you just throw your name in there and you're just like, all right, I guess I'm just gonna go chill out and that's it. Like you don't ever expect to get on, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that because I know your stand-up material pretty intimately. Because I mean, I've seen your first time ever doing stand-up and like the progression since then. You did probably the worst minute you could
I
have
did.
possibly picked to do on Kill Tony.
I did. I did. It was the worst. It was so bad. But like I said, it was just that one that I knew like so many people go up there and just waste their minute saying and this or just not even getting a joke out. And
Yeah.
so that like I said, that was the one that had been in my set and I was using and so I was like, I guess this will work.
Dude, you
So
should have done your shitty booty, your shitty booty bit. Dude, that shit had me laughing for days, man.
What bit was that?
That was the one where the kids called you shitty booty.
Oh man, yeah, that was rough. Oh yeah, and when I was in high school, yeah, that was rough.
That was
Man,
funny.
I had so much going through my head at that time because I was taking the Greyhound that night, so I was like, damn. The whole time I'm just like, don't bomb because this is gonna be a long fucking bus ride if you bomb.
Oh, so you were leaving to come
Yeah.
back that night?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, wow.
The Greyhound left at 3 in the morning,
Ugh.
like off down by Lady Bird Lake. So I had to sit on a bench at a bus stop at 3 in the morning, and avoid like homeless people and gay dudes and
Wow.
murderers and shit. So yeah, well,
And someone who's all three.
yeah, probably all the same guy that I was sharing a cigarette with at the bus stop.
Dude, not sharing a cigarette with the homeless gay murderer, dude. You can't do that.
Right, dude.
Only Duncan can do that. Dude, the murderer you wouldn't get murdered. You're too nice to get murdered. Murderer would be like, that's a nice guy.
No, he would kill him. He would brutally bash his face in, and then when he's done, he'll put the hammer down and be like, "Yeah, but he's a good guy, though."
Yeah. He's like, I feel kind of bad. He was a good guy.
No, it's just crazy. Like even if I wasn't smoking a cigarette, like you could just meet and talk to somebody just having a cigarette with you. Because if you're just standing outside, you get so bored just like looking around at stuff and not knowing nobody.
Luckily, I've never had to take a bus anywhere, unless it was the school bus. But I've never had to take like a Greyhound anywhere before. Like I can't even imagine what that's like.
Jacob, what's your favorite bus to take?
Oh man, you set me up for that one.
I can see you giggling when he started talking about
it. The one that's not as long as the others.
Did you guys hear about the Greyhound bus that had to stop because one guy went crazy on the bus and started sawing off the head of another passenger?
No, but I've been there. After my trip, I felt the same way. I just didn't do it.
Wow.
Dude,
legally, you have to say that.
Dude, no, I get it. Because there's people that's been on them buses for like 8 days, 9 days, 10 days. Like people trying to get from one side to the other. Oh, you getting smacked.
Yeah.
It's horrible. Like people are just like asleep. I met this one lady. She's like, I've been at this El Paso bus stop for 4 days. I just got out of rehab, a 30-day rehab. I was like, oh, wow, that's crazy. She's like, yeah, I'm gonna walk to this corner and go get a beer. You want one? I was like, no, I'm good.
What did she want you to do for that beer?
Well, there was this other guy that I was sitting next to. He was like, he said, yeah, man, I rode up here. I was going to LA with my buddy, but he started doing drugs and tweaking. And I just got out of jail. I was in jail for 20 years. And he's like, I've been out for 7 months. So me and this dude, we started kicking it because we was charging our cell phones next to each other because there ain't but like 3 outlets every 500 feet at a bus station. And so you got to get to know people, man.
So
And
what did he do to get locked up for 20 years?
man, see, that's how you get murdered is you start asking too many questions. You just breathe. You just keep the nice, stick with the outer details.
So hey, man, what were you in jail for? Well, I murdered a man at a bus stop 20 years ago.
Yeah, didn't matter to me. I mean, he was a nice fella. He kept being like, "You want a Coke, man? You want a Coca-Cola?" I was like, "No, I'm good. I brought my own." But because I didn't, he'd been in jail, so I didn't know if prison rules went still out in public. If he was still on, prison rules out in public. So I was like, "Nah, I got my own Coca-Cola, man. I'm good."
Yeah. For those of you who aren't familiar with prison rules, that's like first day of prison, you get in there. And the guy that's been there for 18 years, like, gives you a chocolate bar or something. He's like, "Hey, I'll take care of you."
Yeah.
And then you're like, "Oh, thank you." And then he's like, "And now you owe me for that chocolate bar." And then you have to give him your booty cheeks because you don't have anything else. So you got to give the chocolate bar guy, your booty cheeks.
If you don't, yeah, pretty much. So then I was out front with that. I was out front with that guy. And then that's when that chick walked up and was like, I got out of rehab. And that him and her went over to get beers before we got on the Greyhound. And I was like, yeah, y'all do y'all, man. Go for it. And all of a sudden, this one dude comes up. He's like, "Hey, man, you got a cigarette?" I was like, "Of course." New friend, This guy was like, "Yeah, man, I just got out of jail today." And I was like, "That's crazy." And he said, "Yeah, some guy got arrested with my same name and same date of birth, and they got us mixed up." And I was like, "I'm pretty sure you just got arrested and released." I'm like, I don't know. Like, this is stuff I was hearing, and I'm just like, what is happening right now? Is this real? But it was.
Yeah. If there was any like the cast of a horror movie where like you survive a bus crash and you have to survive out in the wilderness with this bus full of people, I would want it to be that bus full of people.
Dude, it was so crazy. There was because that's how I was thinking the whole time. Like, every time I picked a seat, I either like sat next, like if I had to sit next to somebody, I was like, all right, I gotta figure out how to talk to people, And so man, there was this like old black man, and I knew him. I got him and he got me because we had this one lady. She kept like messing up the whole Greyhound schedule. Like, the dude would be like, "All right, y'all got 15 minutes and we're out of here. So you got to stop, piss, get a snack, get a drink, whatever, 15 minutes." When you say 15 minutes, they really mean 15 minutes. Because we got to rolling down the road and all of a sudden we got blue lights behind us. And I was like, "Oh my God, what is happening right now? I have weed in my pocket. This isn't good." And so, and then, no, what happened was this chick, she got left because she was being a jackass. Like, 15 minutes ain't long enough for a stop, blah, 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 blah. And dude, that man said 15 minutes and we left. The cop brought her like 45 minutes down the road to catch up with us to get back to the Greyhound. Like, they left her.
Oh my God.
They
At
do
that
not
point.
play around.
Yeah, dude. Because that's your fault.
Yeah. 15 minutes. There's plenty of time to do what you need to do.
But there was this old black man the whole rest of the ride. Like, he was right by that woman's side the whole time, being like, "You need to hurry up, girl. Come on, girl. Come on, come on." like the whole time. But there was a dude who had been on one for like 8 days straight. So he was like, "Bitch, if you get us pulled over again, or we have to keep stopping for you," I'm like, he was getting ready to saw a lady's head off. So like, I can understand. Like, it's crazy. The stuff them bus drivers put up with too is wild.
Yeah. Dude, speaking of which, can I just say something? Are you cosplaying as the guy that assassinated the United Healthcare CEO?
Oh, what is that?
Have you not been paying attention to the news?
No, I don't know what that is.
Put your hood on real quick. Put your hood on for me, dude. Put your hood on.
Was he wearing this sick ass?
Dude, free my boy. It was Duncan that did it, dude. Duncan killed the guy.
Yeah, Duncan's just playing dumb right now. Like what CEO? I don't know what you're talking about.
yeah. You asked too many questions, dude. No, there's this like assassin guy who he murdered the CEO of United Healthcare, like shot him, was caught on camera smiling while he shot him, and he's dressed like exactly how you're dressed right now.
Maybe it was an ad for that Smile movie.
Yeah, dude. Maybe it was all just performance art.
yeah. Maybe it's staged. What's United Health? What is that?
It's like an insurance thing, I think.
Oh, so he probably deserved it.
No, he did deserve it. Yeah, he definitely deserved it.
That's the sentiment. That's the sentiment of 99% of America right now. I was like, oh, the CEO of United Healthcare was murdered. Cool.
Well, I mean, no, I don't think anybody deserves to be murdered, but
but some people do.
No, I don't think.
Yeah. Here's the thing. This is a good moral like dilemma question, right?
Yeah, right.
So
I can see that. Yeah.
So do y'all know who Martin Shkreli is?
Yep.
No.
So back in the day, Martin Shkreli was this like pharmaceutical guy or whatever.
They call him a pharma bro is what they call him.
Yeah, he was a pharma bro or whatever.
Okay.
Where him and his company raised the price of AIDS medications
to
where it was like completely unaffordable, but you had to pay for them or you were gonna probably die from AIDS.
I have AIDS.
So what if somebody murdered him in broad daylight in a subway while smiling about it? He, forced, God knows how many people to death that can't afford the medication, jacking it up.
Right. But it's like also, if you murder them, it doesn't make it mean it's going to be cheaper. Hello?
Who's coming in? Can we get him on the pod?
She's not.
Get him on the pod. Get him on the pod now. Come back. Come back.
That was my girlfriend's daughter, man.
Ah, dang it. Oh, man.
But yeah, no. What were we talking? The guy getting murdered.
Yeah, it's like the thing that people say, like, oh, if you murder a murderer, the number of murderers stay the same. But what if that murder killed a lot of people and you killed just that guy?
I mean, it's kind of the same question as like if you could go back and murder, if you could kill Hitler before. If Hitler was a baby, you went back in time. Would you kill baby Hitler to save 6 million Jews?
and maybe I'm just autistic, but 1,000%, I would fucking sling him out of that crib and I would throw him out the nearest window, and I wouldn't feel bad about it.
But you'd be killing a baby who hasn't done anything.
I don't fucking care, dude.
How much of that bias is just based off of the fact that you already have a child and you're just living out that fantasy of just being like, you know what? I've always wanted to try this, but not with my kid, but with somebody else's.
Right. I've always wanted to see how easy it would be to like kill a baby on impact. Also,
like, it's crazy to think that somebody was like looking at baby Hitler and like, this one's got a bright future. You know what I mean? And then he did what he did.
Right. Which is why, I mean, like, why could it? Now, here's the thing. Okay. Now let's get into some real time traveler scenarios here. Let's say that you're really worried about the blood being on your hands. You're like, I don't think I have it in me to kill a baby. So you do a lot of wormholing and time traveling, right? And you somehow manage to take Hitler's mother and bring her, to present, let's say, just bring Hitler's mother into the present, shelter her, hide her out, whatever. And you replace Hitler's mother with Casey Anthony.
Somehow like Spider-Man, Miles Morales, I'm into the Spider-Verse, and replace them with the new one.
I mean, am I going to come back to the future? Will it be a utopia or will it be worse than ever? Will baby Hitler reform Casey Anthony, or will Casey Anthony, perform her prime directive, what she was put on this earth to do, and fucking just drown another baby?
Right.
Just one more.
Or, you could just go back in time and be baby Hitler's, you could just like murder his dad and then be like his stepfather, and then like push him to do good stuff.
See, that's the thing. See, that's nature versus nurture, too. That's a whole nother debate, the nature versus nurture debate. Can you nurture baby Hitler into not hating the Jews, or is it genetic? Is Jew hate genetic?
I don't know.
Or just go back in time and have like just bring like go back in time with a bunch of money from like the 1920s or whatever, and go back in time and just find some random Jewish person in Germany or Austria and be like, look, there's this guy, he's an artist and he does these bad paintings named Adolf Hitler. Just go buy one of his paintings and say that it's good.
Yeah, lie to him.
Yeah, lie to him, say
everything would have been fixed with one simple lie.
Yeah, all it would take was just one Jewish person buying a painting from Adolf Hitler and saying it's good, and they probably would have prevented the death of 6 million people.
Yeah, because it was probably some Jewish person that was like, it's too big a painting. I can't get it up the stairs, and he's like, yeah, fuck these
it's
people.
too expensive. He wants how much?
Yeah.
For this fucking painting, dude?
Well,
3 shekels? I couldn't possibly spare it.
Here's a question for you: if you could go back in time and stop the bombing of Pearl Harbor, if you could go back in time and warn, the American government that an attack is coming, you could thwart the attack on Pearl Harbor. If you could thwart it, would you?
Me or Jake?
Both of you.
No, because they were already warned and they just didn't listen.
I say no for a different reason. Like, I say no because I don't think we would have gotten all the industry we would have gotten out of it from, like, the stamp, because we weren't even in the war until that happened.
Yeah.
And then because it had already been going on. And then, like, when we get into it, like, our industry just skyrocketed. So, like, we got all kind of cool shit out of that war. Like, they built a lot of cool stuff during it.
True. Yeah, I would say no because like they wouldn't listen. Like, they were warned and they were like, oh, we were given bad intel. We think they're gonna attack here, and then like they were warned that they were gonna bomb Pearl Harbor, and they were like they couldn't possibly. That would be suicide if they tried to bomb Pearl Harbor.
And then they
fucking insane.
Decide to bomb Pearl Harbor.
Exactly.
That is a wild concept to just be like. They just take a shot. Like, there's always that famous video of like the World War II in color, like the kamikazes like taking a shot before they get in the plane, and I'm just like, oh man, what would you want? I know what Jacob would want his last drink to be, but like, what would you want your last shot to be before you go on this? Jacob's being like, I'm taking a shot of a gallon of Diet Coke.
Yeah.
It's still a shot if you take it all in one gulp.
Yeah. Exactly.
I don't know. Probably I don't know, probably tequila or something. I don't know.
Oh man. Yeah, I don't know.
Actually, I mean, if I got to if I have to be a suicide bomber, not a suicide, but a kamikaze pilot, and just be like, a suicide pilot, I would just take cyanide. That way I would probably be dead before the impact.
Yeah, but then that you have to risk the chance of dying for nothing, because then you're gonna be that dipshit that killed himself too early and like hits the water. And like,
I mean, you're gonna be dead either way, so it's kind of like pick which way you want to die. You want to die from poisoning or burning to death in an airplane.
Yeah, but that one jackass that's gonna survive is gonna be like, yeah, fucking John didn't hit shit on the way down. What a dickhead. Like, he risked everybody.
Can't even do shit right in death, man.
You can't even fall out of the fucking sky right.
Motherfucker can't even hit the broadside of a fucking battleship, asshole.
Yeah, right.
He can't even hit the broadside of a World Trade Center.
But I think in those shots, it was like like sake or Japanese, but there was like meth in them too, because that was like real big.
Sure.
I think they had put like methamphetamines in them or
Yeah,
something.
Have
That's
you
how I
ever
take
seen
mine.
that video of Hitler at like the 1938 Olympics or something like
Yeah,
that?
when
Yeah.
He's all
jonesing.
tweaking out and shit. I'm like, God, can you
I
imagine how pure that meth was back in the 30s?
I also have an alternate theory. He might be pretty jazzed up because it's the first time he's ever seen a black dude run. You know, so, like, he was just fucking excited to see something different. I mean, think about it. You see all these fucking, you know what I mean?
Maybe.
Did they let him run back then?
Yeah, Jesse Owens, man. Did you not watch that movie?
No.
Oh, of course. It's a black man character. Why would you watch it?
Yeah.
Shit, dude. Wait, which Avenger is he? Which...
But yeah, he was like the dude. He did the 100 meter, 200 meter, and like the long jump and stuff back in at that Olympic event that he was talking about, where Hitler's like messed up.
Yeah. He's like, how do I get any of them on my team?
Yeah, he's like, shit. Can he learn German? Can we teach him German?
They didn't have juicing back then, did they? For like, the Russian athletes and all that shit.
They didn't have juicing, and furthermore, a few years later, they barely had any juice.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Wah, wah. Hey, that deserves this. That was a good joke. I'm gonna give you this here.
That was pretty good. But I was gonna say, I think the juice would have just been more meth. They're like, hey, just take more meth. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, would that strategy work today? Like, if we took
just taking meth before you race,
dude, I think we should have an Olympics where we just let people take whatever they want. If you want to juice, or if you want to do cocaine, or if you want to do meth, let's just like get people out there, let them do whatever shit they want to do and compete, and just see what happens.
Yeah. And fucking give them guns or something. Do some crazy shit, dude. Give them guns during the fucking hurdles. And see if they have good enough aim.
Like broken light bulbs. Like
end of a Legos.
There's some short but lethal.
Yeah. Do like one really high hurdle that they have to like duck under for a change, and see fucking Venezuela smack the top of their head off of it.
The best were those like Filipino divers or whatever a couple years ago. Did you see that in the Olympics? Where it was like they were supposed to be like I guess something happened. It was during the COVID Olympics or whatever, and these divers, it was the Filipino team, and all of them were just like belly flopping and like back splashing, and it was like just terrible. They were so bad.
Do you think you could have done better?
Oh, dude, I don't know. I could have did a better belly flop. Like, if that's what they were going for. I don't know if that's what they were going for, since it was Olympic diving.
Yeah.
Well, what do y'all think about Ray Gun? Do you know who Ray Gun is?
What is that?
That's that Australian lady, the break dancer.
Oh, dude, yeah. Dude, the internet was so mean to that woman.
Dude, how did she get as far as she got? That was just a breakdown of just everybody being way too nice to her for too long.
I just don't think we understand the dynamics of competitive breakdancing, guys. I think that's what it is. We just weren't brought up in the lifestyle, so we don't know.
Well, no, she was the highest ranked, breakdancer in Australia, because number 2 was a dingo.
It was a dingo.
They had to go with her.
The whole team was her, a dingo, and a kangaroo. That was the whole team right there.
Dude, if you think about it, Steve Irwin was a good breakdancer when he grabbed like a snake by the butt and he'd start like rolling on the ground with it and like, you know what I'm talking about?
I miss Steve Irwin, man. God,
dude, it was so sad. They finally put up like a wax statue of him, and his son started like tearing up at it. It was pretty tearful. It was cool though. Yeah. But also, Steve Irwin was a weird looking guy in regular life. Those wax things never look good. It doesn't matter how good the artist is. Those wax figures look horrible.
Dude, can I be honest right now? You look like a wax figure of the guy that assassinated the United Health CEO.
Where were you between the hours of 6 a.m. and 7:30 a.m. What was it, Friday?
I don't know.
Oh man, I was working. Sadly.
But you just said that you're a bar back. You're working at a bar at 6:30 in the morning.
Oh, is that? Oh, I mean, don't judge me. I like to live life.
We're poking holes in the story. Duncan killed the guy, dude. We found him.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, I don't really know what I was doing at that time.
And what's that guy's name again? The guy that they caught? Is it like Luigi?
Yes, Luigi Mario is his name. It's obviously a fake alias used by the Italian mob sleeper cells. I don't know, dude.
Wait, is that really the guy?
Yeah, his name's Luigi something. Hold on. You talk. I'm gonna look it up.
No, he's just a dude.
Civilian. He's just a dude that was like.
Let me lay this all out. So he's just a dude, and he just killed this guy at broad daylight. And they found him 5 days later in the same exact clothes with the murder weapon and a manifesto in his pocket.
Luigi Mangione is his name.
Yeah. So, I mean, they're really, I don't know what you did for someone, Duncan, but they're really making this guy go down for your crime.
So what was the guy doing? And like, when he got, like, you say out in broad daylight, was he like giving a speech?
No, he was like, wasn't he like going to get in his car or something? And dude just walked up to him and just blew him away.
Yeah, pretty much.
Damn, that's freaking crazy.
And then caught him on camera smiling.
Man, you gotta think. I would hate to die like on the way getting into my car. Because I have like the worst thoughts ever I have like the happiest thoughts ever on the way to the car after work. You know what I mean? You're like, man, I'm finna eat this leftover spaghetti. Fucking, I'm gonna have sex with my lady. Like,
yeah, I mean, if you're gonna get murdered, at least get murdered in the morning before you got to go to work all day.
Yeah. What's the best scenario to get murdered in?
Oh man. Monday
morning.
Yeah.
Monday morning, you got to be at work at 7 a.m. It's 6:59 a.m. You're in the car. You're blasting music in the parking lot, chugging an energy drink before you got to go in there. You get out of the car, cussing like, "Oh, in this motherfucker," and then you just hear, "Johnny Salami sends his regards," and then in the back of the head, you feel nothing ever again. You're floating above your own lifeless corpse, and you're like, "Thank fucking God, I don't have to go input data for 8 hours."
I swear to God, my name now is Johnny Salami. That's what y'all can call me now.
Versus like getting getting murdered on Friday. You're like, oh man, I was about to get some groceries, go cook some dinner, have a nice meal.
Yeah, because
I don't get to spend my paycheck.
Yeah, don't get murdered before like the weekend or like when you're about to go do something cool. Get murdered when you're like, you're on your way to court or or something. Like you're just like something shitty.
The worst scenario to get murdered in. All right, you're fucking. It's Saturday night. Right, you've been out all day just running errands that you don't have time to do in the middle of the week, and you just come home, you take your shoes and your socks off, and then you're about to open the bedroom door, and then the door opens and your old lady's standing there in some pretty Victoria's Secret lingerie, leaning up against the door like, "Oh, I can't wait for you to get home, come here," and then she hands you her panties on her fingertips, and you're like, "Oh my gosh, she doesn't even have underwear on. This is about to be the best thing that's ever happened to me." And then you have just an unpopped boner in your pants already.
And from behind you hear Johnny Salami sends his
regards. Then as you're floating up to heaven, you see Johnny Salami's hitman banging your old lady.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that happened in Sopranos.
I think I should write for the Sopranos, dude.
I think that happened already. I'm pretty sure they did that.
Oh my God, that was awesome.
I'm pretty sure you just described like 90% of the show.
I wish I had the time to do it, but if somebody out there has the means and the time to animate that little section, please animate that little section.
Do it on MS Paint.
Johnny Salami. Oh shit.
Yeah. Can I just come up with a second scenario of like the worst time to get murdered?
Yeah.
The second scenario, worst time to get murdered. Okay. Let's go in a time machine, right? Back to like 2008. Okay. It's 2008, blockbuster season. You're going to see fucking Iron Man in the movie theater, right? In 2008, Iron Man in the movie theater. You think this is just a movie?
Yeah, because we were both 8.
Yeah, we were both 8 years old. This is you think at the time this is just a movie. It's like, oh, it's fucking Marvel, Robert. Oh, what's this even going to be? You just sit through like, an amazing cinematic experience.
Yeah,
of
2008
Iron Man, right?
wasn't a good year for me. You could have murdered me anytime during that whole year, and I wouldn't have cared.
You're divorced. It's a fine. Anyways, you're sitting through Iron Man. And then you watch the entire movie, and then you hit the credits, right? And you're like, you know what? I'm not even gonna get up. I'm comfortable. I'm just gonna sit here and watch.
Gonna wait on everybody to walk out.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna watch the credits, and then fucking, the credits end, and then you think it's over.
Oh shit!
And then more movie comes back on, and you see Tony Stark entering this room, and then you see, this figure in the window, standing, looking out at the city. And then from behind you in the balcony seat, you hear Johnny Salami sends his regards. And as you float up to heaven, you just hear Samuel L. Jackson saying, "There's going to be 47 more movies of this." No! And then you never get to see any of the fucking Marvel movies.
I mean, I don't think Sopranos did an episode like that.
If you could go back in time and change the course of history and make a new tag for the Iron Man movie, where at the end you see Samuel L. Jackson, you see Tony Stark, and then you see Samuel L. Jackson come out of the shadows, and then he looks at Iron Man and he says, Johnny Salami sends his regards, and shoots him in the face, and that's the end of the Marvel universe right there.
I'll be right back.
Oh man, come on now.
That'd be a tough. He's going to get rid of that eggnog.
Yeah.
Gotta going to dump that eggnog out right back up.
I'm not pausing this. We're just gonna keep going. I don't know what he's going to do.
I have no idea. Whatever. Yeah. This is the reason. 4 years. We're still here.
Yeah, 4 freaking years, man. I'm dealing with this asshole for 4 years.
And I love the little challenges y'all be doing. That spicy chip shit y'all did was so funny. That first one y'all did.
Oh, which one was this? You talking about the
y'all did like some kind of spicy challenge or something.
Oh yeah, that must have been the last dab.
Maybe so. Maybe that's what it was. That shit had me laughing so hard.
God, that stuff is nasty. Don't ever eat that stuff.
I don't eat hot stuff in general, anyways. My stomach. I have white people's basically white people's stomach.
Yeah, pretty much. Me too.
I can't handle that stuff. I get I struggle with a jalapeno pretty much.
Yeah.
Like after that, I'm good. I can't do nothing else.
So what was that about, Jacob?
Sorry, but my fiance is painting her nails, and so I had to come wipe my daughter's butt.
So she wouldn't have rainbow-colored streaks on her butt cheek.
Yeah, pretty much. She fucking just, and she said it like it was the fucking biggest emergency of all time. She's like, "I need you. Come in here. I need you."
Oh, damn.
I was like, "Oh my God, what's happening?" And she's like, "I need you to wipe our daughter's butthole." I was like, "Okay."
Should have just told her to scoot across the carpet. You'll take care of it later.
Right. Fucking scoot like you got worms.
That does have to be a satisfying way to clean it, though.
Yeah, if you could, would you? And you know what I'm talking about.
What, rub your nasty, dirty booty across the
Nah, man,
the
if you
carpet?
could reach it, would you? You know?
What?
I mean, I can scratch my butt now. What are you talking about?
Would you, dude? If you could reach it like a dog, would you lick it?
Lick your own butthole?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't.
Why not? What do you mean?
I don't want to know what's going on back there. There's a reason
What?
that I'm not able to go back there because I have no business being back there. It's already gross enough knowing that it's connected by a tube.
Is it really?
Yeah. You got this. Your butt and your mouth are connected by a tube that runs inside of you. If you really think about it, you're kind of like one of those toys you used to get when you were a kid. It's like a little tube filled with jelly, and you keep trying to grab it, and it flops all over the place. Kind of what a human is.
What kind of toys did you grow up with?
Just a really long one.
Yeah. You're just
Jason
all a
anything
human
about
is
that.
a tube. You put food in this end of the tube, and it comes out that end of the tube. Just ask Carlos. He knows all about shoving food into one end of the tube and having it come out, because that's all that dude does is eat.
Jacob, you'll be proud of me. I'm gonna make my girlfriend watch Mississippi River Sharks soon.
Hell yeah, dude! Fucking tis the
I'm gonna make
season,
her
am I
watch.
right?
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. It's time. I think we've been together long enough. I can show her this movie.
You get to see me act like I know how to fish.
Yeah, Jason's so fucking nerdy, dude. He's holding the fishing pole backwards in his only scene.
Yeah.
He was supposed to have a speaking role, but then they saw him hold a fishing pole and they were like, this fucking guy?
I had to get coached how to fish.
This guy can't even fish and talk at the same time. That's crazy. That's so funny. I never realized that. I watched it once. I didn't even realize you were holding that thing backwards either.
Yeah, he was fucking... Yeah, I didn't make that up at all. Dude, how high are you, Duncan? How fucking high are you, dude?
I'm just having a good time.
You're just high on life.
Yeah, man, I'm having a good time. Yeah, just like working again at school, and I guess as school as working can be, because now I can afford to like go do whatever I want again.
Yeah.
That being on the road and hanging out in Phoenix and stuff, it'd be costing too much money.
And what is it that you want to do, Duncan?
I just want to, hang out.
Yeah, that's free. You could have done that the whole time.
I stay doing that.
What's
That's
your
all
dream?
I do is hang out.
What is your dream, Duncan? What do you want to do? What is your ultimate goal?
And don't lie, because I know if you're,
right now
if you're lying.
I do want to write like some scripts and stuff. I want to write some movies and shit. Like I've been trying to do that since like middle school though. So we'll see how that fucking goes. I don't know what to do after I write it though. Just hold on and keep it and forever and never tell anyone, I guess. But I don't know who you send movie scripts to, so we'll see about that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I just want to write a movie. I think that would be fun.
Yeah, I think we should set you up with a meeting with like MGM Productions. Fucking.
Just be like, hey, you ever hear of me? You're finna.
Yeah, dude. Just call MGM. Call
Every
the MGM
day.
lot.
They probably don't even use cell phones
Pretend
anymore.
we're MGM, Duncan. Like, give us your elevator pitch. Like, me and Jacob are MGM executives, and we land in an elevator together, and you have exactly 30 seconds to pitch us a movie. Go.
To pitch you a movie. Okay. I've never had to do this before. This is really hard.
Well, time's up. You didn't get your movie produced.
I failed. I did. I had to think of it. I was like, man, I would have just failed that. Man, I never heard. Is that a thing?
Yeah, it's called an elevator pitch.
You about that the other night.
You have 30 seconds to convince somebody to give you millions of dollars to make a movie.
That's a lot of pressure. I don't think I can handle that. Never mind. I'll find a different line of work.
We talked him out of his dream, Jacob.
It's not hard to do. I do it to myself like every day.
We'll give you another chance, dude. Like take a real script that you've like really had the thought of, and like just give us a 30-second pitch.
Oh man.
Just the quickest pitch you can possibly give us of like, funneling our millions of dollars into this product.
See, that's the problem. I think I was always meant to write like spoof movies, like scary movies.
That's fine, dude.
That's
That's fine.
fine.
I mean, give us a spoof movie. Give us a spoof
I
idea.
don't know. I don't know. I haven't really come up with one yet, I guess. Then that's what I'm saying. I'm trying. That's my dream, is to learn how to write one, I guess.
So this is what you're telling us. Is it so we started at, man, I've just been trying to write scripts since middle school, to, yeah, I've never
I
written a
can't.
script
I
before,
don't.
but
Well,
I
no.
would
Like,
really like
I
to
have,
since middle school.
I have little bits and pieces of them where like I'll start them and I'll be like, "This is fucking gay," and then I throw it away.
Dude, that's perfect.
God.
Give us a bit, give us a 30-second bit and piece.
All right, so this one movie I was gonna write about like a pool boy, right? He cleans
Okay.
swimming pools.
Okay.
And,
Let me stop you right there. All right. I'm gonna set the scene, okay? So I'm in an elevator. I go down to the first floor. All right.
all right,
The
all
doors
right.
open up. You walk in. It's just me and you. I have to go to the 6th floor. So you have 30 seconds, 6 floors to pitch this to me, okay? All right, go.
All
Come
right,
on, you can do it.
reset the clock. Reset the clock. Hold on.
All right,
You
all right.
can't make me laugh. You can't make me laugh. You
All
can't make me laugh.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
All right. There's a pool boy. All right. He's been cleaning these swimming pools for 10 years, right? 10 years straight. And he never got his health care from United Healthcare. Well, turns out this pool boy is sick and tired of not having health care. So
why are
what
you
does he
talking to
do?
me? Security, security, security.
Oh, what does he do? What does he do?
Oh, so he becomes, he goes from being a pool boy, he wears disguises, and then he goes and learns. He starts, he I lost it. I can't do this. I can't work under these conditions.
And then we reach the 6th floor. And then I rip off my disguise as an MGM executive and I say, Johnny Salami sends his regards.
Dude, that is hard. I never think about that.
Yeah, you got to think about that stuff,
That's
man.
so hard,
because you
man.
never know when your opportunity is going to come. You never know. You got to be prepared for
Yeah,
if it
I
ever
was just
happens.
Okay,
making
Hamilton.
it up. Yeah,
Shut
that's funny.
up.
That's crazy. That's crazy that they're like a lot of movies get made from that. Like you just go up to somebody, you're like, "Hey, how awesome would this be?" And some dude's like, "That sounds awesome."
Yeah. And then they're like,
that is,
I'm gonna take that idea and I'm gonna give you none of the credit and you'll never be
Yeah.
able to prove it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, isn't that like what like SNL kind of does? Like, don't like you send in
Oh, yeah.
packets or whatever, and on it says like, we can use this and never give you credit for it.
Yeah.
And then like, so that's like that's wild.
See, here's my movie pitch. All right, guys, this is the pitch.
Hit
We
us.
have the Grim Reaper, and his name is really Johnny Salami. That's
That
my
was
pitch.
the whole movie?
That's the whole movie. And he just walks around telling people, going up behind people, going, Johnny Salami sends his regards, and kills people. And that's what he does.
What if Johnny Salami's gun? What if his silencer was like a salami? That would be pretty funny. That's like his signature. Like he takes a bite out of the end of it and screws it onto the barrel and like, that's what silences
awesome.
it.
What if like, instead of a gun, he just hit people over the head with a hard salami?
Yeah.
Fucking
Like a 3-year dry aged, just hard piece of meat.
yeah, you know all about them, dude, don't you, dude? You know all about you know all about 3-year-old meat, don't you, Duncan?
I guess I did walk into that one. Oh man, no! But have you ever seen one of those dry aged like lamb legs? They get all shriveled up and like hard as hell. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah, same thing happens to humans. Jason knows.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's kind of like those, those pepperonis and stuff you can buy like in the grocery store, like the pepperonis that haven't been cut and they're like vacuum sealed. Like those things, you could kill somebody with one of those things.
Hell yeah. Oh, dude,
Yeah,
when I was at the bus stops, I had like a little, as gay as it sounds, I had a coin purse that just had quarters in it for the drink machines, and that was like my self defense. Like I would keep it like I had like this long ass string hung to it. I was like, in case somebody fucked with me, I can swing this heavy ass bag of quarters around and fuck somebody up.
I don't think
what are
anybody
you, a
would.
72-year-old grandma?
Dude, hey, well, no, I can't carry a gun because like I'm not like a felon or nothing. I usually like to smoke weed, so I usually have weed with me, and I don't want to have weed and a gun.
Yeah, but Duncan, you're like 7.5 feet tall. I mean, nobody's really going to be messing with you. So, I don't think you got to worry too much about it.
Well, that's where I learned conflict resolution, man.
Just stop having smokes with random felons the day they get out of the fucking joint, man.
But they're nice people, though. That's the thing,
Well,
Somebody's
they said the same thing about Jeffrey Dahmer. He was so nice.
Yeah, you're not wrong there. Well, I mean, didn't you see the documentary? The guy, he was like, I mean, he was a cool guy.
That's what they say about every serial killer.
I mean, all I got from that whole show was I'm never drinking Budweiser again.
Yeah.
I mean, because it makes you murder people and turns you gay, apparently.
I mean, even like Ted Bundy. I mean, like he was like a really good-looking ladies' man. Everybody's like, oh, he's such a nice guy. Dude's a murderer.
But he wasn't, though. He wasn't. He had like a weird shark teeth. How was that attractive? That's how he got caught, was because of his snaggle tooth. Am I wrong?
Are you thinking about?
I don't know.
Are you thinking about Ramirez?
No, Ted Bundy. He remember they found they saw teeth marks on one of the murder victims or whatever.
All right, I'm gonna have to go back and watch some Ted Bundy stuff because I don't remember anything about his teeth.
Dude, he had like a weird snaggle tooth that was like all sideways, and that's how they got him.
That's how they get you, man. They get you. Is that if you got a thing about biting people, they're gonna get you. They're gonna get you.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's
you hear that, Jacob? Stop biting people.
Never, dude.
You're gonna get you.
That is like that would be like an odd signature of like, hey, I just murdered this person. Now I'm just gonna like leave a little bite them.
Yeah.
Johnny Salami sends his regards.
Now, if it was Johnny Salami, they'd just sprinkle Ritz crackers on top of their dead body.
All right, boys, we got to start wrapping this up. We're over an hour. We got to get running.
Well, this will go down as one of the most useless podcast episodes
That's
ever.
99% of our podcast. I mean, seriously.
Yeah, dude, this episode was fucking dumb.
It was.
But we love you. We love you, Duncan.
Yeah, man. It's just good to talk to y'all, man. Like I said, we don't really get to hang out a whole lot anymore because
we don't really do much of the juke joint anymore. So
life happens, man. I get it, but hopefully 2025.
Yeah.
Yep. Shaboy will have some things rolling. So y'all come hang out, and I'll let y'all know what I got going on in the future, and we'll get some stuff going, man.
Yeah. Well, we got one more episode before the year end. Next week, I think we're just doing a hostful next week, aren't we, Jacob?
Yeah, we are. We're doing a host episode next week, and that means that the very moment that this episode goes live to the public with Duncan Stonestreet, the nominations and the running for the 2024 Open Micers Guest of the Year will be completely on because we're done with guests for the year. So I'm going to nominate 2. Jason's going to nominate 2. And the general public will vote for the last nominee. And our Patreon producers will, by themselves, elect the winner that we will send a rotisserie chicken to.
So just one guy's going to pick the winner?
Yeah. Or lady.
Dude, we're going to have one guy.
So is Mo eliminated since he already won last year?
Yeah, okay. Mo won last year, so he will not be in the running again.
If you win, you go into the Hall of Fame, and you're not allowed to run again.
Man, that's crazy. That's probably the only race Mo Alexander's ever won.
I think someone said that last year.
Oh, really? Damn.
It's true.
I say that because I love him, man. That dude, watching that guy those couple times he came to Ocean Springs, you learn a lot watching people like that perform. Man. Yeah, he's on a whole nother level.
I fucking love him.
But boys, it was good to see y'all.
Yes, sir.
Man.
Hey, let me ask you before we go. I'm gonna put your Instagram in in the show notes. Is it the @Stonestreet_comedy is the one you use?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my comedy one, and then I have like my personal one or whatever.
All right.
But yeah, I don't post nothing on. It's just like the last 3 times I've been on here. It's probably the same 2 videos that I've been on for the past 4.5 years.
Well, if you want to follow Duncan, you can find him pretty easily on Facebook, and then I'll put the Instagram in there. It's @Stonestreet_comedy. So anything else you want to tell them before we get out of here?
Yeah, don't look at my Instagram and judge me. Come see me for real, you motherfuckers. Or that one guy listening that's gonna pick the winner. Whatever. I don't know. Yeah, just come see all of us live. We have shows. Follow us all, and that's about it, man. I don't got nothing going on. I'm trying to learn how to bartend, man. I don't got time to tell fucking jokes.
What about you, Jacob? What you gotta get before we get out of here?
Man, just that everyone, if you want to be able to vote on the winner of the guest of the year, you got to get in the Patreon at patreon.com/OM podcast. So that way you can vote and your vote will matter, so come and vote for that. And keep your ear to social media, because we're to decide that final nominee. I'm gonna make a Facebook poll, and the winner of that Facebook poll is in. That's it. So it's just going to be the Facebook poll. So if you want to decide the winner, if you want to be the winner, you got to get in the Facebook poll if you're not already nominated.
Awesome. And I don't have anything going on until January, so go. I'm taking Christmas off, so if you
fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, go check out my other podcast, the Nerd Cave Retro podcast. We'll talk about retro games every single week with Mr. Derek Diamond at Nerd Cave Retro, nerdcaveretro.com. And I I think that's it. Is that it, Jacob? Is that it?
You almost called me Derek.
I know, I almost called you Derek.
Because he's more handsome.
He's way more important than you are.
It's true, he is, but he's small. That's all I got on him. He's small, and I'm not. That's it.
All right, well, let's go ahead and get out of here. If you want to email us at OpenMicersPodcast@gmail.com. We're at OpenMicers.com is our website, and of course, Linktr.com/OpenMicersPodcast takes you everywhere you need to go, all the ways to give us money, all the socials, all that stuff. And of course, go to BResCoffeeCode.com, use the code OMPodcast to check out for 10% off of your order. We love all of you, and we'll see you right here next week.
Johnny Salami sends his regards.
God damn, that was so funny, dude. Somebody does need to animate that for real.
Thank you all for watching on YouTube. We'll see you next week.